Well, everybody, this is it, the last video in our Iceland series. We first visited Iceland over 10 years ago, chasing one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Like a lot of first-timers, though, we made some mistakes. We missed things we didn't even know we were missing and left knowing we'd be back. So we did go back, and this time we paid attention. Here are the 7 biggest things 2 trips to Iceland taught us. Let's start with the obvious one. Iceland isn't cheap. Accommodations, restaurants, excursions, it all adds up fast. The first time around, we felt that sticker shock hard. But the second trip, we looked at it differently. Instead of trying to do everything, we picked the experiences we'd actually remember. Looking back, those were worth every dollar. If you're planning your own trip, budget more than you think you'll need and spend it on what matters most to you. We personally would rather spend money on excursions and experiences than costly meals, which is why we rented an Airbnb. This allowed us to make our own breakfast and dinner while eating out for meals during the day. I'll include details of what everything costs, from food, our Airbnb, car, excursions, and parking at the end of this video to give you an idea of what a budget could look like for a family of 4. Some of our favorite memories in Iceland came from guided tours, hiking across a glacier, snorkeling between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates. These experiences we'll never forget. Here's the catch. These tours are popular, especially in summer, and they book out. If there's something on your list, book it ahead of time. If it's one less thing to stress about once you land, and it means you won't miss out. Most excursions offer transportation, or you can meet at the location. We chose to drive ourselves since we rented a car. This is also an option that can save you extra expense. This was probably our biggest lesson. On our first trip, we drove nearly 8 hours into the West Fjords, hoping to see puffins. We got there too late in the season. They'd already migrated, and I read this as we were making our final climb to the cliff. This was disappointing to say the least. Before our second trip, we did our homework, and it turned out you can see hundreds of puffins at Draholi cliffs during the summer. This is just a short drive from Reykjavik along the south coast. A little extra planning saved us hours of driving and completely changed that trip. Along the way to the Draholi cliffs, you can see multiple waterfalls along the way. See Vik with its beautiful black beaches, and also stop at the famous Black Beach along the way. We highly recommend taking this trip. Normally when we travel, we try to avoid the places everyone recommends. We have assumed that they're overhyped. Iceland changed our minds completely. The glacier hike, the puffins, snorkeling through water so clear it barely looks real, every single one lived up to the hype. If something's on your bucket list, don't skip it just because it's popular. Sometimes the famous stuff is famous for a reason. Start early in the day or later in the day. We find there's less crowds during this time. Also, come with knowing that it could be busy. It'll be okay, and just take your time. One thing you'll also want to keep in mind while you're doing road trips or out and about enjoying Iceland is the weather can be really crazy. It can be super windy one minute and then super sunny the next. And when you take a glacier hike, if you do not underestimate the sun. We did not wear sunscreen and regretted it. We were only on the glacier for a little over an hour. However, the sun rays bounce off of the glacier and end up burning your skin with sunburn. So I would recommend having a light jacket and sunscreen for sure. Slow down and enjoy Reykjavik. It's tempting to treat Reykjavik as just your arrival city before hitting the big ring road or golden circle. We're glad we didn't this time. Walking the colorful streets, trying local restaurants, visiting the famous church, just soaking in the atmosphere. These were some of our best memories, and they weren't big adventures at all. They were quiet moments in between. We even found hidden treasures we never heard of during our research. There's so many things to do in the city, so don't pass up embracing it. After 2 trips, here's what we know for sure. no vacation ever goes exactly as planned. We've driven across the country chasing puffins, walked on glaciers, snorkeled between continents, wandered Reykjavik, and found places we'd go back to in a heartbeat. Every trip taught us something new, and that's exactly why we know we'll be back again. If Iceland's on your list, here's our advice. Plan ahead, stay flexible, and leave room for the unexpected. Some of the best memories are the ones you never planned for. If you want a closer look at anything we mentioned today, we've got full videos on the Glacier hike, Snorkeling Silfra, chasing down puffins, Icelandic food, and where we stayed. Links for all of them will be below in the description and on the end screen. Our total costs for the trip were what you see on the screen. Please let us know if you have any questions. Again, this is for a family of 4 to a trip to Iceland for 6 nights, 7 days. Thank you so much for following with our whole Iceland series. If you enjoyed it, come along for the next adventure. We'll see you there.